Howdy, all. Virginia Piper here with another story from my pipe smoking journey. It was the first Valentine's Day since I broke off my engagement with a girl I never should have proposed to in the first place. Could have been a depressing time, but I decided to spend it in Ecuador. Now, the plan was for me to travel on my own and meet up with a tour group. And it worked out great. And since we all spent a lot of time together, I struck up several friendships. So I was hardly ever on my own. Well, Quito was an amazing place where I had several opportunities to straddle the equator. It's quite a novelty, in a sense, being in two hemispheres at the same time. The city was in the mountains, so rather than being hot, there was often a chill in the air. So I wore a light jacket most of the time. The architecture was interesting, poverty was pervasive, and inflation ran rampant. At the time, the escudo was their currency, and 10,000 of them was the equivalent in value to $1. I did pick up a leather hat and vest, as well as a miniature nativity set made out of clay. Excuse me, that's for a sec. Need to relight this. There we go. There we go. Well, when I asked our tour guide to take me to a tobacconist, one of my fellow travelers kind of joked with me, saying, "So you're going to get some Cuban cigars to smuggle home, huh?" I told him I was curious about what pipes and tobaccos were available there, which I was. Sadly, their selection wasn't impressive at all. Didn't bother making a purchase. The second part of our journey was the Galapagos Islands. And I gotta tell you, it's a unique place. I saw birds called blue-footed boobies. If you get a chance, look them up on the internet. There were also giant tortoises and a ton of other really interesting animals. And somehow I found myself in the middle of two sea lions that were kind of angry at each other. Told them I had nothing to do with it and just got out of their way. Well, by that time, sadly, I had developed a cold. So snorkeling was out. But it really didn't stop me at all from truly exploring and enjoying the place. Now, I didn't do any pipe smoking there. It was just too hot and humid. I mean, we were at sea level on the equator, and our hotel had no air conditioning. I did, however, enjoy a pipe at our city of departure, which was Guayaquil. Enjoy might not be the right word. You see, I could smell the pollution from inside my hotel room with the windows closed. And so my senses of taste and smell were altered by the air and also by my cold, which was still in progress. But I didn't travel to Ecuador for pipe smoking. I traveled there for an adventure, and it certainly was.